For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 6 of Season 2 here in the Napoli career mode. We are looking potentially, not for definite, but potentially for a new striker in the remaining week of the transfer window. We have AC Milan at the weekend on the Sunday, and we are a week away from the end of the window. I've added some names to the shortlist as per your suggestions in the comment section. We have about 24 million to spend, plus the potential of maybe selling on Arkadiusz Milik to try and raise some extra funds or using him as make weight. So on the shortlist currently, I have Timo Werner, obviously got a team of the season this year from the Bundesliga and has been very, very good. Cedric Bakambu is another name that popped up in the comments. Chicharito, of course, has done well in the Bundesliga, although I'm not sure about him. Kevin Gamero was a popular option, but his age kind of puts me off a little bit. If he were 28 or 29, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But at 30, you're just waiting for his stats to drop, so I'm not sure about him. A few people saying maybe bring Manolo Gabbiadini back to Napoli, so we'll contemplate that, but it's not my obvious, or not my go-to signing. Higuain doesn't really play that much for Juventus at the minute in this save. He was second in line to Paulo Dybala last season. Dybala, of course, got the golden boot for the league. So we could, perhaps, if money will stretch, try and get someone like Gonzalo Higuain in, but I'm not sure whether money will stretch. Moussa Dembele was a popular younger option. Wissam Ben Yedder, of course, extremely good striker, very, very good with the ball at his feet, my sort of player. And Stefan Jovetic, another player in Italy that hasn't necessarily seen too much first-team football in this save so far. Obviously was at Sevilla on loan last season and now back at Inter Milan. So I'm waiting for scout reports, or at least partial scout reports on some of them. And then we'll probably do the business in the last few days of the window, waiting to see if we get any bids in for Milik in the time being. And I'll start training again once we get out of the window. There was a little bit of discontent in the comment section from people saying, Ches, why aren't you training? So we'll get on that once we reach the end of the window. But we've had 3 games rescheduled. Of course, we were unsuccessful in our attempts to qualify for the Champions League, which means we have been put into the Europa League group stage rather than the Champions League group stage. We've got Liverpool, Rangers and CSK Moscow in our group stage for the Europa League. So we are still going to have European football this season. It's just going to be the secondary competition. But if we can do a Man United and go and win that competition, then that's a great way to qualify for the Champions League next season, and also just a great way to get another trophy. Alberto Grassi has been sold to Atalanta, and Rafael Maiello has been sold as well. Press conference I'm not caring about, and the international break we're not too fussed about either. So let's jump into this game against AC Milan. They are, of course, a side that beat us twice last year. I am going to throw Virgil van Dijk into the starting lineup, though, because he, of course, is our brand new centre-back signing to go alongside our other brand new centre-back signing, Azpilicueta, to sit in front of our brand new goalkeeper signing, Geronimo Rulli. So what we'll actually do as well is, where are you? Johnny will start now at left-back. That was a popular suggestion in the comment section of the previous episode, so we'll do that. At some point in the not-too-distant future, I will address the... just basically sort everybody by position in the squad. But let's jump into this game against AC Milan, see what we can do, and then hopefully we'll have a little bit more information about the striker so we can make an educated decision. I'm not guaranteeing we're going to sign a striker right now. It depends what options are available and how good those options are. And we'll just have to play it by ear, because we might not be able to use Milik. And if we can't use Milik, people aren't interested in him, and nobody wants to buy him, then I won't have enough money to bring in an adequate replacement, so we'd be better off waiting until January. But we'll just see how it goes. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Let's go and get a little bit of revenge on AC Milan, shall we? Up to Lorenzo Insigne. I'm going to go central first. And then Jorginho can look through the gap to Belotti. Jorginho's made the run again, and he could be in here. He scored an early goal in the last episode. Oh, and comes close on his left foot to doing so again. But unfortunately, that's over the top of the bar on his left foot. I didn't quite have the angle there with the man on my shoulder to shoot with my right, and just didn't quite get the technique right, unfortunately. Good, positive start, though. Nice tackle by Virgil van Dijk. Immediately getting involved defensively. That's what we like to see. And, oh, Mertens thought about going and then stopped, but he has gone this time. And we will get it to him. I'm going to cut inside. I'm actually going to have to go backwards here, but Hamsik is there. Belotti not quite in the right position yet, but we can squeeze that back through to Mertens. He could poke that to Belotti, and he'll hit it early. Oh! Similar sort of trajectory and angle from the shot from Jorginho, although this one was on Belotti's favoured foot. Unfortunately, again, just couldn't quite keep it down. Creating chances, though, this is good. Nice tackle by Hamsik on Carlos Bacca. Work it around, try and get that into Belotti. We've done well. There's a runner. Oh, and he's done just enough to get that to Allen, whose shot was rather embarrassingly poor, to be fair. I keep creating chances here. Eventually, one will go in. Bertolacci drives into the box. Ooh. That was their first chance of the game, and I wasn't sure whether a penalty was going to be given there. I tried to block the shot, and you will see me slide in there, but he landed on me, Bertolacci, and sometimes the CPU deems that a penalty. Thankfully, this time it didn't, but I was a little bit nervous there for a moment. That's their first chance. Oh, and Insigne's got so much room to break into here. We might be having another chance of our own now. Across there, and Mertens arriving, but Bertolacci, the man that just had the chance at the other end, stops us from creating one. Oh, at the other. Pull that back inside. Oh, we'll reach Hamsik. It's going to drop to Belotti. No, it's not Abate who's that clear. Win that header, please, Alan. He's done well. Hamsik with a decent enough first touch. Around the corner to Jorginho. There's Mertens. Oh, and I can't spin. I'm keeping the pressure on here. AC Milan getting a little bit nervy at the back and making mistakes, but I still haven't got my goal. To Insigne. Belotti's my only option there, really. We'll go sideways there to Jorginho. Belotti's gone again, but I'll go to Insigne, and oh, he's in. Lorenzo Insigne, this has to be 1-0. Oh, and it's a great finish too. We are finally 1-0 in front here against AC Milan. The footwork from Insigne was brilliant. Just take a touch, dart around the defender, and then I thought I'd taken it a little bit too far there, but he squeezed it across the face of the goal into the far side netting. We are 1-0 up. Belotti's made the run through that gap. He's not rapid, Andrea Belotti, but he's quick enough. And Lorenzo Insigne is rapid, and he's going to have the legs on Antonelli here, but we'll cut back and then look for the cross into the middle, where... Yes! That's a great goal. Really good whip from Lorenzo Insigne, and Belotti buries the header. You can't deny that we don't deserve this lead from the domination we've had so far. I don't know what the defender was doing. He had his back to the ball for so long and then spun around to see where it was as Belotti was heading it into the back of the net. Terrible defending from AC Milan. We have a 2-0 lead. Gotten the tackle in. I'll go to Mertens. And Belotti is in the middle, just needs a little dink. How's your touch? Decent. And the finish? No. I thought about hitting it first time, but I thought I had enough space to bring it down and then try and find my spot. Evidently, I did not. Oh, but that's reached Insigne and blocked by Polly in the face. And it's going to be 2-0 at half-time. I could have made it 3. We could have been 6, maybe 1 up, because Bertolacci had an effort. But it's been all one-way action. That singular chance aside, we're showing real dominance here against AC Milan. I'll show you the match facts. They speak volumes. Unfortunately, though, just the 2 goals so far, but fingers crossed, that still should be enough to get us the win. Bacca's on the run down the wing. He's still going here. Not sure where he's going. And I'm sure they'd rather he was on the end of the cross, but Johnny won that, did he? Yeah, he did. It's going to be a corner to AC Milan. Now Bacca can be in the middle and maybe get on the end of the cross, because he is particularly good with his head, but Hamsik's going to work that away. Mertens will fire that quickly towards Bertolacci. Oh, wow. Belotti was going to be the plan. Rulli, though, with a big throw. I do love that about his game. Can set up counter-attacks like this with throws like that. And Allen, I couldn't get it under control quickly enough to slot through Belotti. That's probably a foul and a yellow card for Jorginho there, but we'll play on. Bonaventura with a heavy touch, but Huso should have that dealt with. He doesn't. And the cross could come in here. He's turned well. And again. And again. No, cross comes in. Abate, good reactions from Rulli. Johnny gets that away just before it crossed the line. That had me worried, I'll be honest. Belotti will work this to Jorginho, though. We still could cause some problems going the other way. Big ping, and Lorenzo Insigne will get that and takes it in his stride beautifully. Turns inside well, pulls it back. Belotti, backheel that. Never mind. Oh, past the post. Hell of a counter-attack after they were about 6 inches away from pulling one back to then be looking for an equaliser. Giving that away there, Bertolacci. Will it come forward? Insigne, I've got the runner on the overlap that I will now use. And I've got plenty of people in the box to aim for. I just need to find one of them. I could go solo, but no. Huso finds Belotti. They took him ages to get that under control. It's dropped free. It could still end up in the back of the net, and it will. That was rather comical defending from AC Milan there. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Probably the sort of goal you'll only see on FIFA, but still, we do deserve the 3-0 lead. I tried to squeeze it there, and it's just bounced free. And the keeper and defender have both gone for it at the same time. And then the defender's just swung and missed at thin air with the ball right next to him. That's 3-0 to Napoli here. This definitely is revenge for last season. He's gone for this... Ooh, shot from distance. It wasn't that far away. They obviously don't stand a chance of getting anything out of the game now, Milan. But a consolation goal, I'm sure they'd love to take back to the capital. Is it the capital? No, Milan's not the capital, is it? Rome's the capital. What am I even talking about? Belotti. Let's make it 4. All right, cheers then. 4-0. I don't know whether this is a measure of how far we've come as a side or how behind AC Milan have fallen this season. Because my team isn't that different at all to the one that lost to them twice last year, is it, really? Other than 2 new centre-backs and a goalkeeper, it's a pretty similar side. But we are in good form, of course. Domestically, obviously, after losing to Red Bull Salzburg yesterday. 17 shots, 9 on target, 4 goals. I don't think I've deserved a win more in this entire series so far, to be completely honest. Let's see what happens between now and transfer deadline day. Right, nothing has happened leading up to deadline day. I've just glanced on the right-hand side. We have a transfer offer for Belotti. I'm going to be rejecting that. I just glanced on the right-hand side. Obviously, previously, when we were talking about Higuain, I mentioned that Dybala was their top goal scorer last year, and Higuain hadn't seen too much first-team football. Well, Dybala is now a Manchester United player for £94 million. Rakitic is now at Chelsea, and Masakio is at Manchester City. So, I think Higuain is probably out of the window. I'll offer anyway, because why would you not for an 89 rated striker? He's out for 2 more days with a hyperextended knee. I don't even know whether I could afford his wages, to be fair, but we'll offer them Milik. Where are you? Come on, there you are. Arkadiusz Milik plus 20 million. It's not even close to being enough, but we'll see what they say. You never know. I will start throwing bids in for a couple of other players, though. Oh, Kevin Gamero really intrigues me. It's just a shame that he's 30 years old. I'll offer for Bakambu. Definitely keen on maybe signing him. And Timo Werner does look very good. Let's offer 27, just above what his valuation is. Because, of course, Southampton accepted just above Virgil van Dijk's valuation. So there's no reason why we shouldn't offer about that. I don't think I'm going to get any closer to finding out stats for any of the other players that have question marks. They haven't got the full scout report back yet. So we'll just offer 22 for Ben Yedder and see what happens there. No offers for Milik yet, so if we do sign someone for cash, then it would be without Timo Werner, without Milik actually leaving the club. We'll offer 20 million for Timo Werner, but I'm not sure what their valuations are. Whether I'm overpaying, underpaying, I don't suppose it matters that much really. Nolo Gabbiadini, I don't know. Moussa Dembele, I'm going to say no to him. Jovetic is a player that I got on really well with on Ultimate Team this year when I was briefly doing my Road to Glory. So I'll offer them 15 million for him. I could probably do some damage with Stefan Jovetic, to be honest. And Chicharito, I'm just not sure about. If he was as fast as he was a couple of years ago, maybe, but at present, I'm just not sure. We have 6 emails, so that hopefully will involve some good news for us. And all of the offers have been unsuccessful, but Zuniga has had an offering for him. I'm just going to accept that, because that's actually, he's on £34,000 a week wage-wise. That'll be actually quite a nice boost. They want 25.5 for Jovetic. I'm not going to give you that much, but how about 19? Because then if we can sign someone now without having to move on Milik, then that would mean that obviously we could sell Milik in January, maybe bring someone else into the club. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Sevilla want 37.5 for Ben Yedder. No, that's not going to happen, is it? His wages are tiny, though. £24,000 a week. That's unheard. That's like championship level wages. They want 46 million for Bakambu. How about Milik plus 5? 8. We'll see what they say to that. Because again, his wages are really small, £41,000 a week. They are interested in Milik, but they want more money. Interesting. And intriguing. I don't think we'll be able to afford his wages, but That would be one hell of a signing if we are able to bring Gonzalo Higuain into the club. 8 hours to go in deadline day. Zuniga's been sold. 3 offers have been accepted. They don't want to accept the one for Higuain though, and I don't have any other money to offer them, I'm afraid. I mean, I could offer them maybe another 1.5, but they want Milik plus 86 million, so pretty sure that one's not going to happen. Villarreal, they're not interested in Milik, okay? Sevilla have accepted, Leipzig have accepted, and Inter have accepted. Ben Yedder is kind of a similar sort of physique to players like Insigne and Dries Mertens. So I really like Ben Yedder. He's been one of my favourite players to use on Ultimate Team this year. I'll say important first team player. Timo Werner, though, does have great potential, and Stefan Jovetic is obviously just a decent player. I think of the 3, I'm leaning towards Ben Yedder. Pretty sure of the 3, I'm leaning towards Ben Yedder. But Timo Werner intrigues me. Although Timo Werner, because he's 21, and we might not be doing, well, we aren't doing that long a series here, maybe Timo Werner would be a better signing for a future RTG series. Because the next RTG series after the Cambridge one will be in either Spain or Germany. I'm going to go with Ben Yedder. I'm going to go with Wissam Ben Yedder. We're going to sign him, and he's going to come in and be my backup striker. So we will reject Timo Werner. Apologies, Timo. We might see you in a future series, though. And apologies, Stefan, but I do prefer Ben Yedder over you. So, unfortunately for you, you're going nowhere. You're staying put. But the new signing has arrived, and that will be all of our business done for this window. I will put him on the bench ahead of Milik, but that does mean that whilst we still have Milik at the club, we could sell him on in January and get ourselves some more money to spend in that window, which would be superb. Would be very much needed as well, because I have no money left now to spend. So let's see out transfer deadline day and see what the deal is. Carpi have done a lot of business. We've got one email there. Is it a transfer offer for someone that we might consider selling? Yes, it is. Arkadiusz Milik, 26 million from Chelsea. Give me 35. Yeah, give me 35 and you can have him. Ooh. I didn't think someone like Chelsea would come in for him, to be honest. But I think they might accept a counter offer of 35. They are going to match it. Great. An offer for Tonelli, who's going nowhere. Well then, that's all happened on transfer deadline day. That's a very, very busy end of transfer window. The last few hours have been filled with strikers going in and strikers coming out. 4 hours to go, and that is him sold. 31 million added to the transfer budget. Arkadiusz Milik leaves us and goes to England to Chelsea, which leaves us with 32 odd million pounds plus a hell of a lot of wages. So I can actually probably do that. And we have about 35 million to spend in the January transfer window. I think that's a good window for us. Rulli, Van Dijk, Azpilicueta and Ben Yedder. I think that's a very successful window. I'm pleased with that. Hopefully you guys are as well. Drop me a like on the video if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section what you think of those signings that we've done in this window. Negro I do want to sell anyway, so that's just another kind of dud player that we won't ever use leaving the club with 2 hours to go. See if there's any more big signings that go through. I did just see Manolas in the other top signings of the window tab, and Negro was gone. So, yeah, Manolas has gone to Real Madrid for 42 million. So let's have a quick look through the league and see who's done what. So Bologna have done a little bit, but not too much. Cagliari a little bit, but not too much. Carpi brought in a number of players. Chievo Verona, not much at all. De Pauli, a couple of players going out. Empoli, not much. They've made more money, a lot more money than they've sold, or than they've spent even. Kessie in at Fiorentina, he's a good player, of course. They've made about 10.5, so kind of almost broke even there. A little bit for Genoa, a little bit for Hellas Verona. Inter signed Stefan Savic and let go Miangu and Manai, but I think they were both on pre-contracts. They've signed Jose Maria Jimenez at Juventus, of course, and let go Christian Teo, Donis, Dybala for 94 million, Aldero and Cherry. So everybody but Dybala was a free transfer. Morrison and Felipe Anderson out at Lazio. Ravel Morrison, of course, the English cam that used to be at QPR and West Ham. Felipe Anderson, not sure where he's gone actually. Edrada is in AC Milan and they've let go 4 players, Hashima Store as well included. We've spent 97 and made 67, and we've still got 37-ish left to spend. So January should be pretty decent for us. Barbosa and Hedges are in at Pescara. Roma have sold a lot of players. Manolas, Casasola, Mendes, Calabresi and Mo Salah, interestingly. Iago Falque permanently now at Roma rather than on loan. I don't know who that is. What? I don't know what club that is. I don't recognise the badge. Okay, that's different. Larin and Simic at Sampdoria. Sassuolo signed de Guzman from us, of course. Iago Falque out. Oh, it was Torino he was on loan at, maybe, rather than Roma. No, I'm sure Iago Falque was at Roma. I'm not sure. You'll have to confirm for me in the comment section. And Udinese have done a little bit. Who is that other team? I don't recognise the badge. It's Salerno. Yes. I don't know who the hell they are, I'll be honest. But we are top of the league, and that's all that matters right now. 7 goals scored, 0 goals conceded. A very positive start to the season, and a very positive transfer window as well. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That's the end of the transfer window, and the end of the episode. I'll see you next time.